So what I'm concerned about is a California stimulus. So what they said on 600 and said press secretary and stuff like that, and going back to work and stuff like that, and like so I have a little bit better idea about how to drive a motorcycle, ride a motorcycle now. Even though it seems to be some type of like always some indictment to be like, hey, you know what? Let's see if he's gonna fall or something like that. But the whole thing of it is the whole thing of it is like they say, oh, they say, well, the collective society says, oh, well, we ask upon you to deliver us answers regarding such and such. Do I file with the franchise tax or do I not? Like, I don't know. I don't even know if I'm supposed to do that. I thought it was non-tax filers. And all of a sudden, it was 2 weeks when he announced it. It was 2 weeks after, uh, April, and now all of a sudden it's like delivery is like, look at the deforestation, and then like here's this deadline of October 15th. I'm like, what's that? I'm like, what does that mean? You know what I mean? I'm like, first of all, you're trying to bankrupt on the federal, and I'm not saying like that. Like they say, oh, the crude, is that the crude or whatnot? Like shit like that. I'm like, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? The tripod broke and stuff like that. I got a wall mount. Let me check it out. I got a wall mount. That's nice, right? Yeah. Same time, what do you call it? Set up there. Gelato. So, tax agency. You don't even have to jump through these hoops to get your $600. Basically $600. And maybe need to. And like, you know what? Even then, they're still gonna double up on smog, like 200, 200. I'm like, where's this coming from? Where's this bill coming from? I mean, you can't be using that much energy to be having a $300 bill. That's like dumping in fucking 5, 7, 14, $1,500. You know what I mean? It's like, there's something that's supposed to be like a fucking at most $85 a month. You know what I mean? That's what you're generous, 131 and all this other, all this 232 and all this stuff. Yeah, it kind of sucks, man. So, I took the motorcycle on a ride, took my rabbits on a ride, and had a little bit of extra with me, extra energy and stuff. I was like, yeah, I can actually go pro with this and stuff like that. And stuff like that. But, that's besides the point. You know what I mean? I knew I was going to be able to do that earlier. I knew I was going to do that earlier and stuff like that. So. Not nothing I would, not, I mean, not like, people are like, oh man, I don't like him, such and such, whatever. So it's like, what did I get? I got a TV stand, I got a cat tree. I was able to, pay down my spot a little bit. I mean, my whole lot, get it current at least. I got a power filter for aquarium. So, a little inertia going on, got the pause and whatnot. bargain, what do you call it? It's a one network government, you know what I mean? You say, there's a one side, this side, you do this side. One side, you do this side, you do this to this side, do this to this. It's all mongering. It's all some type of some type of gerrymandering of some sort. I mean, everybody has something negative to say, so that's it. Something like that. You know, something like that. So, like, even when, like, me running, such and such, it's just like going around, what do you call it? I mean, people like, honestly, I passed the DMV test, right? And then I took the scooter and I went around that circle again. Doesn't mean sit up here and, like, what I'm saying, try to make somebody fall every time they do somewhat of a U-turn or whatnot. Or somewhat of a right angle turn, you know what I mean? And, like, and just, like, try to, like, just, oh yeah, oh, he's falling, scrapes up his motorcycle, you know what I mean? And stuff like that. I mean, who does that? I mean, you just look away, you know what I mean? But the golden rule is, like, do you want that, you want that, and you, I mean, so I'm sure such and such. But, like, with the radio on and stuff like that, once I'm on the freeway and I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna tell you what it is, put my rabbit inside, or my dog, or my cat, and a lot of people's like, but, you look at it, online, this month will be $500 again next month, and I'm like, dude, I just paid $900 to it. And I'm like, so I don't really understand what the idea of it is. I don't really understand what the idea of trying to keep you some type of keep you like at a defense all the time, at a locking defense or whatever, at a this so-called unstable, I mean, when they're really just trying to chase you down to death and stuff like that. And so, I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't see why it has to be so relentless, you know what I mean? Relentless, just like in general.